YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm the ThesPNation. I'm an OG YouTuber that provides luxury beauty reviews all the time. And as I always say, since you're already here, feel free to hit that like button, definitely hit that subscribe button, and most importantly, turn on those notification bells just so that you're aware of all the content that I have coming out. So if you know anything about me, you know that I'm a true lover of fragrances. It's not something that I talk about on my channel, or I've talked about rather since I've returned back from YouTube, or to YouTube rather. I haven't actually talked about it, but if you know me, you know I love fragrance. I love studying fragrances. I'm not one of these people that comes on YouTube and says, you know, hey, this fragrance is amazing. It smells really woody and it has spicy notes, and it's not even woody or spicy at all. Or it's like, oh, this smells like cucumber, and it doesn't even smell like cucumber. Like, I'm not one of those people. Like, I actually have studied fragrance, and I've worked really hard to actually understand the makings of a fragrance. And so, with that all in mind, you know, I wanted to bring this video to you guys because recently, well, actually some time ago, this is when I was sick, two particular brands reached out to me and they wanted to send me out some products to take a look at and review if I choose to do so. And I decided to choose to do so just because I was very impressed with the products and intrigued by the products. So this one brand, okay, this is the thing. When it comes to fragrance, I'm a niche person. So yes, there are certain fragrances that are mainstream that I do like, you know, like a Dior Sauvage, or I'm gonna say Fahrenheit 451. Okay, that's the book. Sorry, Ray Bradbury. No, or Fahrenheit from Dior, which is a classic fragrance. Like, I love those types of, you know, I love those two particular scents, for instance. But those are very well known fragrances. But when we're talking about niche fragrances, I'm talking about Outrageous from Frederic Malle, and people are like, who the hell is Frederic Malle? That's what I'm talking about. So like our brands, L'Artisan, or Kirkjean, which a lot of people know, MFK. Let's see what else. I would put Atelier Cologne in that category as far as niche is concerned. It's just those brands that like, or Raja, that's another one as well. Or Fragrance Elysium. Like, there's so many niche brands out there that have amazing fragrances. But like I said, this particular brand reached out to me, and this goes against what I normally am not somebody who supports or goes or gravitate towards. I don't like things that are imitations, and that goes for especially like counterfeit handbags, anything like that. I'm totally wholeheartedly 1000% against the making of counterfeit merchandise. And so when I see fragrances and I see people making inspired scents, you know, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way a long time ago. But now it's like, when I think about it, I'm like, it's not the same as, you know, oh, this is a Louis Vuitton, you know, keep all whatever 45, I don't know. Like, it's not the same thing. So when it comes to fragrance, I was like, okay, let me just have an open mind. So I accepted their offer, and they, you know, the offer to send me some products. And so I chose 3 particular scents, and these are inspired by 3 particular fragrances that I have used in the past. I've replenished on them on more than one occasion, and they're all iconic, beautiful scents. And I wanted to really smell, like, what does it smell like? Because the only thing that I have to compare to this type of brand is there was a store, there's a store in Dallas, and it's like an electronics store or something, and they sell all this merchandise. But in this one section, they have all these counterfeit fake fragrances. Like, instead of Creed, it says Belief. It's just all these fake names, and the names are they're like almost the same thing, but it's like completely off. And then the smell is horrible. Like, it's not even remotely close to the original. And so that's why I was like, you know, it kind of just made me a bit nervous, because I'm like, what is this brand trying to do? This brand that I'm speaking about, which is called Dossier. I was like, so what is Dossier trying to do? So I went ahead and just did it. So like I said, everything comes in a box like this, and it'll say Dossier here. And when you open it, I've already taken the fragrance out. On the inside, it says iconic scents, designer quality, no markups. So that's a nice philosophy. I'm willing to pay the money for the original. That's just me. But I was thinking about, you know, if you're younger, that's one thing I don't want to ever do to people who watch my channel, because I have a lot of younger people who watch me, and I've had people message me saying that they've gone broke trying to buy certain things that I actually talk about or I've mentioned. They're like, you know, Brian, you've been talking about this. You mentioned this so many times, I went ahead and bought it. And, you know, now I can't pay this or I can't pay that. And I don't ever want you guys to spend your money like that. Do not do that. Don't do that. I don't know how many times I can say that. And it's happened so many times over the years where people will message me. And I mean, they're not asking me to pay their bills or anything like that. But they're just saying like, I went damn near broke, or I am broke because of what you have been, you know, influenced me to purchase. And I don't want you guys to do that. So like a brand like this, if you can't get, you know, the $500 bottle of perfume, but you can get something that is dramatically cheaper, that will give you something that is similar, why not? You know, like I firmly, wholeheartedly believe in fake it till you make it, okay? So I'm gonna just leave that there. I'm gonna go ahead and start with one of the first fragrances. So one of the first fragrances is I actually give you a card as well. And on the back it says Dossier. And on the front it gives you the name of the product. It gives you the notes that's in it. It gives you all the details. This one in particular is called Woody Vetiver, okay? So they just call it a generic name, Woody Vetiver, right? And it mentions the notes, has top notes of pink pepper, bergamot, and bitter orange. There's middle notes of vetiver, cedarwood, and myrrh. Base notes of sandalwood, musk, and oak moss. And it says inspired by Frederic Malle, Vetiver Extraordinaire Eau de Parfum, which I truly, truly love. Like Vetiver is one. First of all, Vetiver anything, if Vetiver is in a fragrance, I probably have purchased it. And I mean if it's a dominant note. So if Vetiver is in the name of a fragrance, I probably have purchased it just because I love it. Concentration is 18%. And it mentions, thank you. Our mission is to deliver the highest quality luxury-inspired fragrances at a fair price, giving you the freedom to explore new scents. Thank you for giving us a try. How it works. Any scent you order comes with a sample that you can test before opening the full-size 50 ml bottle. 50 ml. Don't like the sample? Just return the sample package with the 50 ml bottle and you'll get a full refund. Returns are free, no questions asked. This is very straightforward, to the point, okay? So if you're not somebody who's like deep into fragrance, if you're somebody who's like, you know, I like it because it smells pretty, like, you know, and there's a lot of people who are like that, and that's totally fine. But when you're someone who actually studies fragrances and you're really deeply into it, you want the real thing. Like, I don't want to get, for instance, Guerlain's Mitsuko. A lot of people love Mitsuko, but they don't like getting newer bottles of Mitsuko because there was a certain period of time in the 80s that they were using actual oak moss, and then they changed it and made it synthetic. And so because of that, a lot of people stopped using Mitsuko because it just didn't have the same type of smell. And so it's kind of like getting a 2021 version of Mitsuko, but I really want the 82 version, you know, that makes sense. But with this type of product, like, I don't see anything wrong with it. It's because it's fragrance. I mean, and it's not, and they're telling you, they're literally telling you everything that they're doing, and it's inspired. You know, there are certain notes, even in this fragrance, I know for a fact that there's 1 or 2 notes that are missing from this fragrance. So here is the bottle, the 50 ml. So it's very straight to the point. It's very clean. It will look nice on your vanity. Woody Vetiver tells you all the notes. It has the brand Dossier, and the top is magnetized, so that's nice. I'm gonna go ahead and spray this. It really does give me that feeling of Vetiver Extraordinaire. It's very similar, but it's not Vetiver Extraordinaire. Like, it smells like it, but it's not it. If that makes any sense. There's that one. And the next one, this one is called, for instance, Woody Sandalwood. So Woody Sandalwood, let's see, top notes of violet leaves, cardamom, middle notes, orris, ambrox, cedarwood, and cypress, and base notes of musk, sandalwood, and amber. And this one is inspired by Le Labo's Santal 33. I mean, come on, guys, Santal 33. Anything with sandalwood, anything that says Santal in the name, I'm telling you right now, original Santal by Creed. Anything that has sandalwood in the name, I have bought many times, and original Santal is probably my favorite sandalwood scent next to Le Labo's. Concentration 25%. Here's this one, which looks like that. Oh, that's delicious. Like, I honestly, I mean, if you were to tell me that this was Le Labo's Santal 33, I probably wouldn't believe you, but I would tell you that I don't know what you're wearing, but it smells very good. And that's the thing. It's like, it's not about like trying to fool people. I mean, because it's fragrance. I mean, it's not a handbag. It's not shoes. You know, it's a fragrance, and it doesn't smell like a cheap fake fragrance. You know, like this actually, it smells so good, and the longevity on these are absolutely amazing. They last all day long. And I will say, I'm going to get to the next one. The next one is called Ambry Saffron. And this one has top notes. And this is my favorite one. This one has top notes of saffron, orange blossom, middle notes of jasmine, plum, cedarwood, base notes of oak moss, fir balsam, and amber. And this is influenced by, or inspired by rather, Maison Francis Kurkdjian's Baccarat Rouge 540 Eau de Parfum. And the concentration is 18%. Now, I will say that when MFK came out with Rouge 540, I lost my shit because that scent drove me crazy. Like, it's so intoxicating, and I don't care what anyone has to say about Rouge 540 because some people are like, they think it's overrated, and I think it's underrated because, I mean, it projects like no other fragrance. I can't tell you how many times I would be walking and I would hear people, I could hear someone like running behind me because they were trying to catch up with me because they wanted to know what was I wearing, you know, because this scent it's one of Kurkdjian's finest works out of anything he's ever made. And he has made so many different things for so many different brands, you know, including himself. But, you know, with his brand, you know, of course you have A La Rose, you have, let's see, there's A La Rose, there's Aqua Universalis, there's Aqua Vitae Forte. There's so many fragrances that he has within his own range that are absolutely amazing. But with the Baccarat Rouge 540, it blew everything out of the park. And so I was very nervous to smell this because I'm like, you can't smell like Rouge 540. Nothing can smell like it. So I'm going to go ahead and spritz this on. And if you look closely, you should be able to see that a chunk of this is missing because my partner's been using it. It's always messing with my stuff. It gives you Rouge 540 teas, but it's not Rouge 540. It smells a lot like it, very much so initially, especially in the initial spritz of it, and just having it linger wherever you are throughout the day. Like if you're at home, it will linger all throughout your house. Like it comes and it just goes everywhere. Wherever you go, it's going to follow you because of the Sillage. The projection is just so intense with this particular fragrance. Even though this is not Baccarat Rouge 540, this is Ambry Saffron. And it still has that same effect. And I love fragrances with saffron, I must say. There is a saffron fragrance with, it's by L'Artisan. Can't remember what's the name of it. It may have saffron in the name and has a yellow sticker on it. It's absolutely beautiful, intoxicating scent. Okay, that's a whole other thing. These particular bottles are, I love how simplistic they are, and they're not over the top. I like how the scents smell. They all smell amazing. Like, it makes me want to try others. If they ever were to, you know, sponsor a contest or something, I would definitely put my name behind that and let you guys experience it, because I promise you, it actually smells, it smells right, okay? And it's not something that, you know, because if it didn't smell realistic, or if it didn't smell of any type of quality, I wouldn't even waste my time talking to you about it, and you guys know that because I don't waste my time with stuff like that. But I'm very impressed with this brand. And also, like I said, you know, you get, like for instance, you get a little sample so that you can actually try this out, so you don't have to even open this one, and you know, you'll know if you like it or not. I do know that they do have with me, if you use the promotion code Brian10, that's BRIAN 10, you'll get 10% off your purchase. I'll leave everything in the description box if you're interested. Like I said, you don't have to purchase anything, but I wanted to bring this to your attention just because I think Dossier is pretty cool. And since we were talking about fragrance, I do also want to give a shout out to Orlov Paris. This is a brand that reached out to me also when I was sick, and they sent me a number of mini bottles of their fragrances, and here's how it actually arrived to me. They sent me 8 different bottles of their fragrances to sample out and to try, just to experience. And because they originally had they started following me on Instagram, and I told them, you know, anytime you'd like me to take a look at their fragrances, let me know, because they sound very interesting. So because I love the artwork as far as like the actual construction of the bottles, I love the way the bottles look. Just looks expensive, looks niche, and so it's something that I would gravitate towards. And so they went and sent this out to me, and I will tell you guys, I'm going to leave a link for their website, just so that you can check out their site, check out the notes that are in the fragrances, because it's very accurate as far as, you know, what you will experience in person. You can purchase samples, you can purchase even just deluxe minis, things like that, or you can purchase just a full-size bottle if you'd like to do so. I'm personally actually considering purchasing a full-size bottle myself, just because I am in love with, probably out of the 8 that they sent me, 4 of them really speak to me. So here's all 8 of them. And out of all 8 of them, they sent me, let's see, they sent me a scent, let's see, Sundrop, Hope, Empower You, Out of the Box, Walk on the Wild Side, Burning Desire, Good Vibes, and The Best of Me. Out of all of these, the last 4 are the 4 that I gravitated towards. So The Best of Me, it has vetiver in it, and that's why it really just drew to me, because it, oh my God, this smells so good. Like this one, I think this may be the one that I buy, actually. The Best of Me, this one, very nice. And this one is described as a citrus, woody, neroli type of scent. This one is called Good Vibes, and I like this one just because it's a very simple, clean scent. No muss, no fuss. It's just a pretty fragrance. Like, this is a pretty spring, summer scent, so it's really simple scent. Burning Desire, it has some elements of rose in it. It has cardamom in it. It has raspberry in it. And I love fragrances with anything that involves rose at all. Any type of rosy element to it, I'm probably down for it. So this is another one that I really just feel connected to. So fragrances are very personal. So that's the thing too, because some people will say, you know, oh, I love this fragrance, and then another person will say, oh, that smells so awful on you. Well, it's a completely different situation and experience, because you're not the one that's actually wearing it and experiencing it. And also age can play a factor in fragrances, as far as, you know, something that I thought that smelled amazing at 25 may not smell the same at 35. And vice versa. You know, someone who's in their 70s may not like Shalimar anymore, because it doesn't smell the same way that it smelled in the 60s. You know, it may not smell the same. So as these things happen, your nose changes, olfactory nerves change over time. And this one, Walk on the Wild Side, ginger extract, leather, sandalwood. Oh my God, this one, I really want to buy this. I think this is another one that I'll buy. I might end up buying 2 instead of 1. But yeah, those particular 4 out of the 8 are the ones that really caught my attention, and I really enjoy them. Like I said, I would highly recommend to give them a shot. Check them out. I've seen their products on birdofgoodman.com as well. I can't remember where else I've seen them. I don't know if I've seen them on Neiman Marcus as well, because of course Neiman Marcus' sister store is Bird of Goodman, so I'm not sure if I've seen them on both, but I know I've seen Orlov Paris on bg.com, so definitely feel free to check it out. And last but not least, I did receive a package also when I was sick, and I never got around to opening it, experiencing it, reviewing it. I mean, I did open it because I wanted to smell it. This was like right before I got sick, and I smelled it, and I was just like, oh my God, this smells so amazing. But then I got sick, and I never did a video. I couldn't do anything. This actually came from the house of Sillage, which I was thrilled to receive, so I did put it back together to make it look pretty for the video. So this is how it arrived. That's the thing. And when they reached out to me, I just said, you know, kind of like surprise me, because I wanted something that was masculine, something that was for men, but of course had a, you know, feminine touch, especially like if they were going to send me lipstick or something like that. So let's see. First, we'll go through the lip product. So here is a bow that they sent, and it says House of Sillage, of course. Here's that. Isn't that pretty? This is beautiful. Oh my. Then it came with 3 lip colors. This is, let's see, there's Rose Balm, Lucent Balm, and Royal Balm. I think my color would be Lucent. That's more of a pinky nude. And last but not least, what was really exciting was that they included a men's fragrance for me. And they decided to put in the scent. I said, you know, just choose whatever you think. And they sent me from the Gentleman's Collection, the Formal. Like, this just screams luxury. I absolutely adore this. This is very pretty. Bold, charismatic, thrill-seeking. A decadent pepper and wood with an intoxicating masculinity captures a charmed air, evoking and alluring exchanges and life's epic moments where fantasies come true. The scent captures the essence of the ultimate man in a tuxedo. Olfactory. Opens with euphoric pepper and citrus blend. The scent continuously elevates with rich sandalwood and cedarwood notes. It's a very sexy scent. Like, yeah, I do imagine a man in a tuxedo or just in a really nicely fitted suit. It smells so good. Very beautiful. Thank you so much to the House of Sillage for sending these things over to me. Sorry for the delay. I'm happy that I was able to get to it eventually. This, like I said, was very generous of you guys. I have my eyes actually on several fragrances right now from the House of Sillage, so I will be purchasing very soon. Could be tonight. I'm not really sure. You never can tell with me. Definitely let me know if you have any questions. I'll leave a link in the description box as well to the House of Sillage to check them out. They always have sales running on certain fragrances. They'll have a rotation of that, and you can get some great discounts depending on the fragrance that you actually are interested in. So feel free to check that out. Check out the description box with all the details. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll be back with a whole lot more, guys. Bye.